left.
uneducated decision at the end of the day.
Well, probably they had an educated decision. That's why they went into
They
it.
just
Again,
believe, probably they believe the hype.
they believe the hype too much, and the problem is, volatility is real. And if you
Let
combine
them pray.
volatility and leverage, it can become very, very dangerous. Now, also another important aspect here would be were they diversified?
True.
Because for all we know, they could be all out exposed to those tech stocks.
Wait,
And that's
So many things to learn.
that's
But
a
John, we
disaster.
now have to move to our portion of the segment. It's a rapid fire segment. Just quick questions, quick
that was
answers. Let's
better.
start with this: stocks or crypto?
Stocks.
Okay, IPO or established blue chip?
IPO.
Why?
Of course, it's exciting.
Sometimes when it's too exciting and the hype might.
you know, um, Companies, when they do IPO, okay, they will ensure that the IPO will perform well.
Okay,
So
they have to deliver.
I personally believe IPOs are offered at some sort of a discount.
Okay, dividends or growth?
Oh, depende.
Why?
Okay. So when the
But if
market
you were to choose, which one would you choose first?
dividends,
Why?
okay, dividends are everything. Markets are going up, markets are sideways, markets are going down. The companies will pay dividends because they're profitable. At the end of the day, you're investing in a business, not in the market.
Even during a crisis?
Yes. Because even during a crisis, if the company is crisis proof, so meaning they are evergreen investments, they are what we call safe havens, they are into essentials, they will still perform even in times of crisis. They will still be profitable. And as an investor of that company, you can still expect dividends. That's why dividend portfolios, even in the past few months, are really performing well.
It would also pay for your future expenses.
Potentially, if your position is huge enough.
Now, before we go to number four, I just want to get your opinion. We had a guest before saying that the penetration rate of the local stock market is around 2 to 3%. It's very low. Why do you think that is?
Well, I guess a lot of it is the barrier to entry, which the technology is fixing right now, and also the affordability. So I guess the next step here, the next gap to fix will be the
I
education.
can't see it.
Okay, let's move on. John, buy the dip or stay on the sideline?
I would it.
How are you sure that when you say the buy low time when it's low, which stocks do you think should be good stocks? Again, you have to do a lot of research.
There are value traps. Okay.
Yeah.
It's cheap now, but should you really get into it? So they need to understand also the environment. So there are companies that they move in cycles. So they're cheap now, and definitely they will recover because you know that the industry will recover. It's just a matter of time. But there are industries that are somehow questionable. You know, okay,
Test paper.
What industry would that be?
you cannot say because the thing is, industries evolve. Okay, there was a time that video rentals were a big thing, and then Netflix came along, diba? So my point is, not because they're blue chips today, they will become blue chips forever. So it's
True,
like
true.
you can you know it,
Especially today with technology and AI, everything's really changing.
yeah. And our investors, what I noticed is that they are very discerning.
Okay, for a 25-year-old today, stocks, business, or skills, where should they invest first?
Skills.
Skills. Why?
I mean, if you have the right skills, and for example, you want it for investments, then you invest in yourself, you become good at fundamental
Okay.
analysis, technical
Okay.
analysis, you'll be good in stocks after.
Finally, John, for someone starting out, what's your single best piece of investing advice?
Maybe, okay, no one can predict the market, but everyone can prepare for it. So it's important to really study the companies, study the industries, and understand, okay, all of these things that are happening in the backdrop, how will these affect the companies, and which companies will actually get out of this as winners?
Education is key.
Yeah.
On that note, John, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon, sharing your insights, and of course, hopefully a lot of the newbie investors would really know and pick the right choices. They need to educate themselves and really get the right information. And hopefully, GCAS allows us to democratize investing today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert.
And that's all for today. today. I'm Robert San. Thanks for watching. Keep it here on the Billionaire News channel, and always follow the money.
Good evening, I'm Pinky Webb.
Asking the right questions
What can you share us about the conversation? Pwede din mong ganon, easy and or uncomfortable.
and getting the most honest answers.
What? We will have to tackle it now. We anticipate.
Holy shit, bro. Holy shit.
Pinky Web
Can you kindly explain to us?
on point. Mondays to Fridays on BNC, the Billionario News Channel.
I'm Myra Rodriguez for your midday report. We'll be giving you the stories shaping the nation at this hour. The headlines. Join Myra Rodriguez as she brings you the headlines, insights, and updates that keep you ahead. Stay informed and stay safe. That's the midday report. Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. only here on BNC. Senator Bato de la Rosa is considered armed and dangerous.
Because the story doesn't pause when the work week ends.
Senator Rapi Tulfo is calling for a transparent probe into the Senate shooting incident.
From breaking developments to next week's talked about headlines. Stay ahead.
Watch our videos on our YouTube channel, Baby! Just love kids.
Different experiences, their challenges and aspirations go beyond borders. Invest in the youth and recognize their strength. International Youth Day. Billionario News Channel.
Now,
2028
now
is
back
so
to the
far,
day.
but this early, there are already speculations on who will be running in the national elections. Good morning, I'm Attorney Karen Jimeno, and this is At the Forefront. Calls continue for Naga City Mayor Lenny Robredo to run for president in 2028. Meanwhile, Vice President Sara Duterte is still the preferred presidential candidate based on recent surveys. This despite her impeachment trial. By 2028, voters will also elect 12 new senators. Who are the possible contenders? Will be their new blood? Or will it be the usual names? Let's find out. We'll be speaking with political strategist Lito Banayo. Good morning, Lito.
Good morning, Attorney Karen, and welcome back.
So I read your article this week on the other slate. But first, let's talk about the article that preceded that as to who will be part of the senatorial slate of the Bagong Pilipinas or the administration senatorial slate.
I gathered from sources that Abalos wants to go back. Wants to run again for the Senate. So is Francis Tolentino, who's now the Secretary of Labor. And then what came as a surprise was Francis Yu Laurel, Pico Laurel. Is also planning. I got that from a very reliable source. Then, of course, Conrad Estrella, who's a good friend of mine, who's intimated that to me before, pero depende raw sa developments. And of course, Sani Angara. I guess he will want to return to the Senate. No? Yun yung mga from the cabinet or from positions of within the BBM administration who are planning to run for the Senate. And then there's Francis Zamora. Puro Francis nga, Francis Laurel, Francis Zamora.
And meron na
Nadagdag kay
tayong
Kiko.
existing na Francis
Yeah.
Escudero.
So magkakaroon ng dynasty of Francis
Mga
sa
Francis.
Senado.
Oo.
Yeah, yung
So
mga
Francis
yun.
Zamora, because
Francis
tapos
is-
na yung term niya
tapos na
as
yung term
mayor
niya.
of San
Yeah,
Juan.
and the first lady even introduced in one of the rice distributions as a senatorial candidate.
What about Quezon City Mayor Joy Belmonte? Tapos na rin yung term niya as mayor.
I haven't heard from Mayor Joy because I think they're more interested in who's going to replace her for mayor.
In Quezon City.
In Quezon
So ayaw nila
City.
iwanan yung Quezon
So right now the names that are mentioned are the son of the vice mayor, is the son of
Hey, if you want more videos, then
Ian,
check out my
and,
channel.